Welcome to PA Cave Crawl, where each week we feature the absolute coolest fan caves around the state of Pennsylvania. Today we made it all the way out to Western PA to Washington County to meet Jason Zollars and see his Pittsburgh and Houston themed fan cave. Jason!
How's it going, Sam?
Awesome, we're here to see your fan cave.
Awesome, well come on in. I see you saw this is the man level, so that was the first one right there.
Perfect.
And then you come into the sports zone.
I don't know much about cars, but they looked really cool.
So,
yeah, and you actually have a podcast for
I do.
right?
I do. The Rad Rides podcast. You can find it everywhere. That's a shameless plug right there. So you can find it everywhere.
I know all about it.
Yes. But yeah, I focus in on a lot of guys who are building cars in their garage like I am.
Oh, wow.
Who really
so you build those?
I build those, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So that's why it's set up like that right now, is because I'm out there building it currently. So.
That's awesome.
Yes. It's a great time.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you got the cars there,
Yes.
and then show us the sports.
All right. So this is really the man cave, and it kind of evolved. When I first moved in here about 4 years ago, I was really into cars. I had a bunch of old sports memorabilia that I just collected over the years, and decided the basement was probably the perfect place. This is kind of the Cougar Central right here. I'm originally from Houston. I live in Pittsburgh now. However, my dad was from Pittsburgh. I told you this.
Yeah, so it was fitting.
So it was fitting. So we always went to Oilers, Steelers, because they were in the same division. Where I always went to Pirates, Astros. So I grew up liking both. I graduated from University of Houston, so it was only fitting to do University of Houston-related stuff and Pittsburgh-related stuff. So
I love it.
But yeah, we'll start off here. I also am really into shoes, really into Jordans, really into really shoes, anything. So I display a few of my favorite shoes. I have an entire closet behind you filled with them as well. So these are the only ones that my wife allows me to put out. So. But yeah, I have Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler kind of facing everything. It's fitting because University of Houston's playing basketball right now. And they were a Final Four team last year, but those two guys were like two legends. Clyde Drexler was my favorite basketball player. In fact, we named our dog after him, so his name's Clyde Drexler as well. But yeah, moving through some football items here. University of Houston. They did have a Heisman Trophy winner. He signed that right there, along with Case Keenum. He played for the Eagles as well, and a few other guys that are on that right now. And so moved Warren Moon, Earl Campbell. They were two of my favorites. They were the Oilers right there. That Steelers Mexican mask right there, my buddy actually got for me in Mexico. So up top are all things that I've gotten in person. Those are all guys that growing up I really liked. So Roger Clemens on the right, Dan Reeves, he just died last week. So I really cherish that one now. I met him in Dallas actually when I was a little kid. He signed that for me, so it was pretty cool. But Shane Reynolds and Kenny Smith up there as well. And then in front of that, my wife bodybuilds, and those are her bodybuilding trophies up there.
Oh, that's so awesome!
Got to have plenty of blankets in the wintertime down here.
Super cozy?
Super cozy down here. I like to, this was in my old house and it only fit right here, so it was like kind of perfect.
Yeah.
But we watch a lot of games right here. This is actually from Three River Stadium.
Oh,
so that's an original
cool.
piece. So that's like where everybody likes to sit. Everybody loves to sit there. You would think
we're gonna take a seat in it.
Take a seat in it, yeah. You would think.
I always get the vet stadium because we always mostly have Philly people.
Exactly right.
And so this is so cool.
Yes. But yeah, moving along here, we have some pins items right here. Love the pins. Never had a hockey team in Houston, so the pins have always been my team.
Yeah, it makes sense, and they were always, well, at least recently, have been good.
They've been great, yeah. They've won a lot of championships. This is some of the older guys right here. So this is the '92 team. Signed that photo. Yarmir Yager signed this patch, and Mario Lemieux signed this patch. That's like the old team, and then the sticks on the wall up here are kind of the new team with the Sidney Crosby and Malkin and all those guys right there. So we get a little bit of old, a little bit of new. These two jerseys right here are actually my college jerseys, so these are actually mine. So I put them here because I needed wall space to fill. And so they're there for right now. I think they're going to move up into the stairwell at some point, so I have some more room for some things. But yeah, those are the two that I played. People always say those uniforms are huge, and I'm like, well, I was 315 pounds at the time.
What position?
I played left tackle.
Oh my gosh, I would have never. I would have been like tight end, maybe linebacker.
Yeah, it was huge.
No. Wow.
So that's why everybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe those are yours.
That is incredible.
Yes.
All my lineman friends they always, as soon as they stopped playing football, just because they did not eat as much, they dropped at least 50 pounds.
It was 100%. It was like 100 pounds in like 6 months.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it wasn't
crazy.
even, and it wasn't even hard either.
Wow, I would have
crazy.
never guessed that. That's so funny.
Yes, yeah, it's so crazy. So, but yeah, and then now this is the case right here. This is an original 1912 case that I got. Pittsburgh is obviously like very historic, and there's a lot of historic items. So people are just getting rid of this like old stuff, which is really cool. So
Yeah.
I always like to collect old things. In it is like cards from when I was a kid, new stuff, old stuff, some memorabilia, just a hodgepodge of items. So it's got a little bit of everything in there. My latest was TJ Watt's first game. He actually signed that ticket and put all his stats on it, which is actually pretty
that's
cool.
really cool, and that's probably his career.
I know, he's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year this year, so...
that would be cool.
You know, it's like, Roethlisberger's last game as a Steeler is going to be this weekend, and I think he's going to take over for the Steelers and kind of be the face of the
the franchise. That makes sense.
Yeah, but I've got some stuff in there from the Astros World Series. I've been to 2 World Series games. There's a few Phillies in here. I was a big Bryce Harper fan when he was with them.
Oh, okay.
And actually, my little
Bryce's-
niece, who was just born, her name is Harper, and I think they named her after her. And y'all had Kutch. And Kutch was one of my favorite Pirates when he was here. And,
just his personality, great guy.
He's such a great guy. And he still lives here, and like it's awesome. His story is great. I really like him. The Pirates are never going to keep anybody. So Bob Nutting, sell the team, please. We want a baseball team.
As long as they don't do better than Philly, okay?
Yeah, that's right. Yes. But they got Brian Hayes now and a couple of these younger guys. So I've started collecting some of his stuff because I really like him. He's going
to be a huge name.
He's actually from a town right next to mine in Houston.
Yeah, they are from, okay.
Yep. He's from Houston as well. So
because he got drafted out of Houston High School.
Yes. Yeah. So my little daughter, that's like her favorite player now. So we went to a Pirate game this year, and she had her Hayes, shirt on, and she's cheering for him and everything. It's like the only guy she knows.
He's so humble too.
I know. Moving over, so this is my collection of Dream Team. So I've been collecting Dream Team stuff. The Dream Team was like my basketball team when I was growing up. It was like
I love it, and already looking at the Christian Laettner.
Yes.
Because they have that documentary of like I hate Christian Laettner, everybody hates it.
Love that documentary.
I watched it and I was like, that's my guy.
Yes.
Like, I'm that style. When I was an athlete, I was like, I'll throw a bubble if I have to. Like I'm gonna win.
Yes.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. My wife actually, her grandfather played for Duke basketball, so she loves that jersey. That's her favorite right there because of that guy.
That's one of the famous Colt schools too.
Yes.
If you have anybody in your family that goes to Duke, the whole family.
The whole family loves them. That's exactly right. So I mean, I went to U of H, so I gotta represent. But yeah, so I'm trying to collect all their signatures right now.
Really cool.
Yeah. So I love them all. All of them are verified. If anybody collects out there, you know that the verification process for all this is like there's only 3 really big companies that do it that are going to authenticate for you, and they're all been authenticated except for the Ewing right there, which is actually I got that in an estate sale from the ex-owners of the Orlando Magic. So I know that's legit because he was a coach on
Yeah,
me.
how do you even find out about something like that?
It was a weird deal. So my buddy, he has a really nice man cave that's West Virginia and Bill's theme. He's a Bills fan, but whatever.
They're fun places, Bills and West Virginia.
Yeah, exactly. But him and I collect together, and so we find these like really like odd websites where people are getting rid of like high-end memorabilia on like estate sales.
Okay, yeah.
And he just happened to find that one, and Ewing is one of the hardest ones to find. So, but yeah, that's the Dream Team. Love the Dream Team.
That's awesome.
That's my guys. I love basketball. We watch a lot. My wife played in college, so.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so we're big basketball fans around here.
That's awesome.
And then moving into the bar section.
Yeah.
So the bar section is really the bar, right? I mean, you have all of your beers down here. You don't
Which
live
are
in
really cool fridge.
Yes.
It's not just your like $100 mini fridge.
No,
Really
I tried to match them up as nicely as possible. So, got all my favorite beers in there. You can't have a Pittsburgh themed fan cave without Icy Light. So if you've never had you've never had an Icy Light?
I've never heard of it. What is it?
We'll have to have Iron City. Iron City is from Pittsburgh, so that's like the thing everybody drinks around here.
That's hilarious. I've never heard of that.
Yes, so the Icy Lights are like the thing. So if you don't have Icy Light in your fan cave in Pittsburgh, you're really not a
You're not
Pittsburgh
certified.
Fan. You're not certified. That's exactly right. I have the pirate sign up there, and it's funny because everybody asked me where I got that from, and it just like happened to be some guy was making these on eBay for like He was making one-offs
It looks so
for like
cool,
6
yeah.
months, and like I bought it from him, and everybody's like, "Where'd you get it? How'd you do it?" I'm like, "I got it from this guy. I send him the guy's eBay, and I don't think he's in business anymore."
Oh, wow. So
I
it's
think that was
limited
it.
edition.
Limited edition. That's exactly right. And then even the bathroom is got some stuff in it. So that's my beautiful wife up there.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, and funny picture to the left. That is not her butt, although it looks like it. That was actually wanted a white elephant gift, and people thought I was crazy that I wanted it. So when I opened it and it was there, people were like, "Oh, you're gonna get rid of that?" I'm like, "No, I know exactly where that's going." So
I love it.
yes. So shout out to her. We have some comics in here as well, and yeah, it's just wonderful.
This whole thing is incredible. What is your favorite piece, though, if you had to choose one?
So, my favorite piece.
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
So, and it's really one that's hidden because a lot of people miss it, and I need to light the stairs a little bit better.
Okay.
But there is a Rockets signed poster up there from like the early 2000s or early 2000s, late 2000s. Yao Ming, Skip Malou, Tracy McGrady, like all those guys signed this poster for me, and it sits up there, and everybody walks by it and never sees it, and I kind of like it that way. You know what I mean? I kind of like it sitting
My
there.
most prized possession. You don't even know it.
100%. So, but yeah, we do a lot of entertaining here outside. I have a full bar out there with two TVs.
Really cool.
Yes, we watch a lot out there, and you can see I have my two pits out there. No Texan goes without a nice barbecue pit and a couple smokers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I was like, I don't really see that, but yeah.
Yes, yeah. So we have a full smoker, we have a stick burner, and then I have a gas one just to warm stuff up. So.
Jason, thank you so much for showing us all of
absolutely.
this.
Thanks for coming out.
Of course.
Don't touch any of the Pittsburgh stuff. I don't want you to get burned.
Yeah,
And then you're a
right.
Philly girl, so.
I'm still Philly, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming out.
Of
Even though
course.
you picked like the coldest day of the year.
I know, I kept my jacket on the whole time.
That's smart. That was very smart. So.
Yeah, but because you did so and showed us this awesome place, we're going to give you $500 bonus to the Park Sportsbook app.
Awesome.
And then you're also going to be entered into the running for the grand prize for the playoffs. It's coming up in like about a week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Great.
Yeah,
I love this.
And that's a cool grand prize.
Yeah,
So
well,
it's
good.
amazing.
Well, I will bet on the Pirates, maybe. Probably more the Pins right now.
I was going to say, just, I don't know about them.
Yeah. So, or maybe the Astros to win the World Series next
There
year.
you go.
So
An early,
you never know.
early props. There
That's
you go.
exactly right. So.
Thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
tuning in to this Fan Cave episode. Come back next week to continue our cave crawl around PA.